On the cross, Jesus died so we can live. He was made sin so we can be made righteous. His body was broken so we can be healed. He endured the judgment of God so we might enjoy the love of God. On the cross, because of the wisdom and the glory of God, God's love provided what his justice demanded. On the cross, Jesus was naked and ashamed, so we may forever be dressed in his righteousness. He cried, "I thirst," so that we may forever drink of the rivers of living water. On the cross, darkness came upon him, so that we may forever walk in the light. On the cross, God was silent when he cried, so that when we cry, we can be sure that God hears us. On the cross, Jesus said, "Why have you forsaken me?" So that we can say, "You will never leave nor forsake me." On the cross, Jesus did not die because he was a sinner. He died because he was our substitute. You see, Jesus lived the life we could not live, and then died the death we should have died. And now we can live in the power of his resurrection life. I say again, he did not die because he was a sinner, but because he was our substitute. For surely our grief has been put upon him, and our sorrow has been laid upon him, and the chastisement that brought us peace was laid upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. And so what shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? He who did not spare his only Son, but gave him up for us freely, shall he not also with him give us all things? Again, what shall we say to these things but thank you, Jesus, for your sacrifice? And how shall we respond to all that Jesus has done for us, but with faith that looks away from ourselves as the source of righteousness and looks to Christ, the once and for all perfect offering, given for the sins of the whole world? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. Again, what shall we say to these things? But thank you, Jesus, for your blood and for your sacrifice. Thank you, Jesus.